Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to be sharing with you how to make this trendy dress with a side ruffle. So if this is something you like, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up. So let's dive right into today's video. So to start, here is my fabric and I've gone ahead to cut out the areas that I will be using. And for this dress you need about 2.5 to 3 yards to make it. And to fold your dress is your hip circumference divided by 4 plus 1 inch or 1.5 inches for your sewing allowance. So my hip circumference is 40 divided by 4. I have 10 plus 1.5. So you're going to get the length of your dress plus your joining allowance for the shoulder point. So mine is 35 inches plus 1.5 inches for folding and joining allowance at the shoulder. So at the upper part I marked ½ inch first before placing my measurement. So here I'll mark my shoulder divided by 2 plus half. And from that point I'll go ahead to place and I'll mark 1 inch all the way down. So here is to mark my shoulder slope. So after I'm done marking out my shoulder slope, the next step I'll take is to mark my neckline. So for the neckline, I'll be using a neckline of 3 by 3 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark and place my curve drill to connect. So after I'm done connecting, the next step I'm going to take is to go ahead to get my chest line or armhole, which is my bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches. So after marking it out, I'll place my tape and I'll mark my bust circumference divided by 4 at that point. So now I'll place back my tape, divide what I have here into 2, come in by half, and I'll go ahead to connect this all the way down and connect it to the upper part of my pattern. After I'm done connecting this, the next step I'll take is to go ahead to mark out all my basic measurement, place my tape, mark my shoulder to bust, shoulder to under bust, and then mark my shoulder to waistline, which is 17 inches. From there I'll go ahead and mark 7 inches for my hip point. For a much taller person, please go ahead to use 8 inches. Now I'll just go ahead and label all the marks that I've made, and after I'm done doing that, I'll start inserting my body measurement. I'll mark my bust circumference divided by 4, add 1.5 inches for sewing allowance. Here I'll add my under bust circumference divided by 4 and add my sewing allowance. Here I'll add my waist circumference divided by 4 and add my sewing allowance. Now at the hip point, I'll mark my hip circumference divided by 4, which is 40 divided by 4. I have 10 plus 1.5 inches. So I folded my fabric with this. So whatever you have on your hip line, you're going to take out 2 inches from it. Or to make it not to be too fitted, you take out 1.5. So I took out 1.5 for mine and I went ahead to connect it. So I'll connect from the hip point to the lower part, and after connecting that, I'll also connect to the rest of my pattern. So here I'll go ahead to mark my nipple to nipple divided by 2, and I'll mark 1.5 inches from there, then go down by 1 inch, and I'll connect this all the way to that 1.5 inches I marked after my nipple to nipple, which will serve as my side bust dart. So after I'm done connecting that, the next step I'm going to take is to go ahead to add ½ inch on top of my pattern, and I'll be adding on the neckline, which I'll be using for the turn up allowance at those points. So after cutting out, I'm going to go ahead to lift this part, mark that point that the bust dart stopped, and mark the line where it meets at the other side. So I'll be sewing out my bust dart also when I'm sewing this dress. So to sew this side, I've already cut out this fabric and I'm going to go ahead to place this on it. And what I'll do is to go ahead to trace it out. So bear in mind, when you're tracing out the back pattern, you're going to add 1.5 inches or 1 inch for your sewing allowance in front, and you're going to get rid of the bulginess. Make sure you note your waistline, and you'll be marking out the bulginess at the back. So for the length of this dress, we are using a bust dart for the front. So the back part, there is no bust dart, so the back pattern is actually shorter by 1 inch than the front pattern. So I'll just go ahead and connect this all the way up and also connect to the lower part to get rid of the bulginess. So I'll go ahead to cut. So what I'll do is just to trace out what I have here and then connect the rest of the pattern. Just like I said, the front has a bust dart. My front measurement is 35 35 inches plus half inch for joining at the shoulder, and then 1 inch for turn up, making it 36.5. So for the back pattern, you will not be cutting out 36.5 for the length. What you'll be using is 35.5. Why? Because we have a bust dart of 1 inch in front of the dress. By the time you sew up this bust dart, the side of the front pattern will be shorter. So I'll just go ahead and cut out the rest of the pattern. After cutting out, we'll go ahead to cut out the sleeve, and here is the pattern paper that I'm going to use. Now you're going to get the full length of the sleeve that you want. So first, I'll go ahead and mark half inch on top of my pattern. This half inch will be serving as a starting point, and I'll go ahead to rule a line there. So next, I'll mark my sleeve cap height, and to get that is your bust circumference divided by 12 plus 0.5 inches. And after that, I'll go ahead to make a line at that point. So to fold your sleeve is actually your armhole circumference divided by 2, or around your armhole. So after marking that, go ahead to connect this all the way to the upper part. So after connecting it, I'll go ahead and fold my tape into 2 mark. Now I'll also place fold here into 2 and mark, come up by half inch, then go ahead, place here, fold it into 2 mark, come down by half inch. And after that, I'll just go ahead to connect all my pattern. This is just how to cut out a basic sleeve. So after I'm done marking this, I'll just go ahead and add half inch on top. That will be later, but first I'll go ahead and mark my shoulder to elbow line, and the total length of the pattern paper is my sleeve height. So I'll mark my round elbow divided by 2 and add half. At the lower part, I'll mark my round wrist plus half inch or 1 inch. So you can go ahead to turn your sleeve with your lining, but for this dress, I'm just making it all the way. So after I'm done marking this, I'll be extending the lower part of this dress to create that bell fitting or bell sleeve at the lower part. So you can extend by 3 inches, 4 inches or more. It totally depends on what you want. I'll go ahead and connect, and I will cut out my sleeve. So I'm going to use this to cut out the 2 sleeves that we'll be working with on this dress. So going back to the main part of the dress, I went ahead to cut out facing for this. So normally you're going to use your main fabric to cut this out. So I got only 2 yards of fabric, which was not really enough for this dress. So I had to go ahead to use my lining to make a facing for the dress. But if you're making your own dress, please go ahead and use the same fabric you're using to make the dress. So I'll go ahead and open this up, and I'll place the lining for the facing on it. So make sure that it's facing the right side of your fabric. So I'll just go ahead and stitch only the neckline and fold the lower part of the lining to make it neat. Also on the back part, I'm also going to place the lining that I'm using for the facing on the right side of the fabric. And I'll go ahead to sew. This is so that by the time you flip it, it will be on the wrong side of the dress. So here is the sleeve of the dress after I'm done cutting it out. So when I was cutting, I mistakenly chopped the lower part. So I'm just going to go ahead to stitch it back just with half inch. So it was a mistake when I was cutting that out. So after that, I'll just go ahead to fold the lower part of the dress. So after I'm done turning the neckline of the dress, the next step is to go ahead to join the shoulder of your dress, and make sure that you notch the neckline after you're done sewing it. So I'll just go ahead to take the back pattern, and I'll place on its right side facing the right side. So you place it this way, and you're going to wrap one side of the shoulder with the other one, then you stitch with half inch. On the other side, you're also going to repeat the same thing. Go ahead to place this way, and then take one side and wrap the other and stitch with half inch. So I'm just going to go ahead to pin this down to show you how it will be looking after you're done sewing it. So after you're done pinning it, this is how your sleeve will be looking. Sorry, the shoulder of the dress will be looking this way, and you have a clean finishing underneath. Now this is my sleeve. I'm just also going to show you how to attach your sleeve. Go ahead to fold it into 2 at the upper part. notch the center, and you're going to place it at that joining, right side of the sleeve facing the right side of the fabric, and you're going to stitch with 1/2 inch. After stitching this down, you're going to place it and you're going to pin. So at the back of the dress, you're going to go ahead to stitch the lower part and then go ahead to fold with 1/2 inch all the way around, 1/2 and 1/2 at the sleeve part, at the slit part, sorry. So at the lower part of the dress before the slit, I stitched it a bit with 1.5 inches. So now at the upper part, you're going to measure that same 1.5 inches, and you're going to mark this all the way to where the zip is going to stop. So your zip should stop at least 7 inches after your waistline or 8 inches after your waistline, so that your dress is going to open very well, because this is a fitted dress. If the the zipper does not go down, it might not be able to pass your hip area. So I'm just going to go ahead to pin this down, and I will be using it as a guideline to insert my zipper, and we are also going to shape the dress before going ahead to insert the zipper of the dress. So I will go ahead and mark what I have here. So after placing my tape and measuring at the bust line, what I have is 18.5. My bust circumference is 33 divided by 2. I have 16.5. So 18, taking out 16.5 from it, you will have 2 inches. I'll mark 1 inch at one side, place my tape there, and then I'll now mark my bust circumference. At the under bust, I'll place my tape, measure what I have there, and what I have at the under bust part of my dress is 18 inches. My under bust is 28 divided by 2. I have 14. So what I have at this point now is 18. That's 18 minus this 14 that is here. I will have 4 inches. So that 4 inches, I will share 2 inches at both sides. So I'll also repeat the same process at the waist, because my waist and my under bust is the same measurement, and I will mark. So after marking that, we'll head over to marking the hip point of our dress. At the hip point, I'll place my tape and I will measure out what I have there. So what I have is 22 inches, and my hip is 40 divided by 4. I have 20. So taking out 20 from 22 inches, what I have left is 2 inches, which is marking 1 inch on both sides of my hip point. But I won't be marking that exactly. After marking my hip. Like when we are connecting it, I will go in a bit. At the lower part, I went in by 1.5 inches on both sides. If you want it to be too fitted, you're going to use 2 inches. Now at the armhole area, I'm just going to go ahead to measure my armhole circumference divided by 2, which is 16 divided by 2. I have 8, and I will mark. So from there, I'll just take it all the way down. If you added 1 inch or 1/2 inch for your sewing allowance, you're going to shape it out. So if you also turned out your sleeve, you're also going to shape it out. So I'm just going to connect. Now getting to this hip point, I'll avoid it a bit and go all the way down. And also repeat the same process at the other side. So this is to avoid our dress from having ear by the side of the dress. At this part of the dress also, I'm going to repeat this, mark my armhole circumference, and I will connect to the other side. So at the back of the dress, I will go ahead to add zip and fold the lower part of the dress. So that's 1.5 inches I marked. I'll go ahead to attach zip at the back of the dress, and then fold and create the slit like at the back, just like I explained. So now here is the ruffle for the dress, or the material for the ruffle. So what I have is about 22 inches by 3.5 inches, sorry. So I placed it on fold, and I'm reducing one side because one side is a bit smaller, and the other side I'm just going to leave it that way. So I will fold this in, and I will top stitch and stitch this side with 1/2 inch all the way around. So after I'm done stitching, this is what I have. So I just placed this ruffle on it just to show you. So I'll go ahead and show you how to achieve this. So here is the smaller part, and we are starting from the bigger part at this point. So I made my ruffle a bit smaller because my fabric finished, so that's why I'm using this size. So if you want yours to be bigger, go ahead to do that. So what you're going to do, you're going to be pleating this, and you're going to be creating ruffle. Like, you're going to separate it you know we joined it with 1/2 inch. You're going to separate it and then pick one point and then pleat, and you're going to separate it again like this, just the same way I'm doing. Pick one point and you are going to pin. So you are going to continue doing this and you will pin it all the way up round this dress. So watch me as I do this, and if you have any question, please also leave at the comment section. So another thing, you're also going to decide the side you want the ruffle to go up and where you want the ruffle to stop at the upper part. So while I was pleating, you can go ahead to stop it at your hip point or above your hip point. It totally depends on the amount of fabric that you have left. So I'll just continue pleating this, and I'll also fold in the lower part of the dress, that is the smaller part, to meet the other end of this fabric. And another thing that I forgot to mention is, after you're done sewing this up with 1/2 inch before creating your ruffle, make sure that this joined part is at the middle of your dress. It's going to face the back side of the dress also. So you're going to continue folding it and you're going to continue pinning it till you return it back to this other side. So after doing that, you're going to go ahead to tack it with your needle and thread. So all those parts that you pin down, you just go ahead, tack it with your needle and thread, cut it out, or you can decide to pass the needle and thread in between the ruffle in such a way that it is not going to show. And after that, your dress is ready. So after I was done tacking, this is the final look of my dress. If you find this tutorial very interesting and educative, please don't forget to hit on the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and also join us in our next video. Thanks.